How does it count up? My name is Alice Jeffries. I am a senior associate in the Global Financial Markets team. My day-to-day role at Clifford Chance, given that I am in a transactional team, is negotiating loan contracts and project management relating to those agreements. I've been at the firm for 10 years, which is super easy to remember because the anniversary of me joining was Valentine's Day. Something about my background that people are surprised by. There are lots of things. I have had black hair, I've had pink hair, I had my tongue pierced, I had 2 Vietnamese potbelly pigs as pets when I was growing up. I mean, the list really goes on. I don't think I'm a classic corporate lawyer. The people that I've learnt the most from are my family. One of my grandmas grew up in Shanghai, lived her life there, spoke more languages than I can count, was very strict. So for a clumsy person, that wasn't so good. My other grandma, who lived with us, was just inspirational. She left school at 14. She drove ambulances from World War II. She liked to invest in the stock market. Mostly as a child, the beneficial thing was she could spell any word you like. I had dyslexia and couldn't spell most words. So I would use her before the internet as my personal dictionary. I am by nature someone who enjoys lots of different things. I started a list of everything I ever want to achieve in my life, full stop. And I think at 133 items on the list, I started getting a little bit tired and thought, I better focus on these. I mean, to give you the range of them, one of them was finish renovating my flat to make it into a smart home, because I'm very interested in technology. One of them was go to space. Who knows if that is ever... I had a genuine discussion with my mum before I bought my flat, which was, should I buy a ticket to space or my flat? I could never have predicted when I started the discussion about gender parity where this would have ended up. In 2018, I formed an action-based group called Accelerate. I co-founded it with another senior associate. It was a global group, so we got buy-in from all offices globally to the strategy that we had written, and from there we started to develop policies and initiatives to help progress gender parity and for ultimately the firm to become more inclusive. The firm set up a group called the Gender Pay Gap Working Group a number of years ago when the gender pay gap reporting came out. That group was great, but it was only through Accelerate petitioning to join that group and then subsequently supporting the inclusion of other affinity groups that it has now become an overarching inclusion committee that has a direct reporting line to management and can directly affect change. So the biggest example that was something that Accelerate could not achieve on its own, but we could through the inclusion committee, was the equalisation of shared parental leave. I see something, I'm a natural problem solver, and I think most lawyers at Clifford Chance are natural problem solvers. What my mum would say is you just can't leave things alone. Like, you notice something and you feel like even if it's not at all your responsibility, you need to involve yourself in it and make the change. One of the pieces of feedback I got from it was actually our trial reverse mentoring scheme, which is now in its 3rd year, where the associate said it was the best thing they had done since joining Clifford Chance and was the main reason why they had not resigned. I would say to future trainees or future graduates who are thinking of applying for a training contract to just do it. That is really the only advice I can do. Don't be put off by either people or by your own self-doubt. Of course, it's good to do your research to make sure it is a place that you want to work, but otherwise, just go for it.